It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder playing host to the LA Clippers. Our opening tip won by the Thunder as we get started in OKC. Westbrook. Nice pass to get things going.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Bradley gets it in the left corner to Tobias Harris. Knocked loose. Thunder have it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. He's endured a major injury. He's had a change of address. But you look at Paul George, he is in the prime years of his career.
And there's no doubt about it. This entire offseason, if I were Paul George, I would think about how do I constantly channel my self-assigned alter ego. Playoff P needs to step up to the court every single day and bring that energy.
Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go. We've seen Paul George's game evolve in recent years. Mixed results, Jay. How does he get back to being that elite two-way guy?
I think he needs to find a way to be aggressive. Let me bring you in and tell you what he dealt with this past year. When you're a guy who's used to having the ball in your hands, you can make more mistakes because you have more possessions. Then all of a sudden, when you play with a ball-dominant guard like Russell Westbrook, you don't have the ball as much, which means you try to make more out of less opportunity that you have. You force the action way more. Look for Paul George to be way more assertive in this game and find his rhythm by having the ball in his hands.
Westbrook to George. Here comes the screen. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Beverly into the front court. 10-2 the score. Knocked loose. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Westbrook, the pass taken away by the Clippers. Beverly to Gortat. Yes, Marcin Gortat. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Westbrook to Paul George. Here comes the screen. George curling inside. And he hits.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Beverly into the front court. Margins 8. Bradley to Tobias Harris. Short jumper off the mark. It's Russ at the controls. Ferguson to Westbrook. Ferguson to Westbrook. He connects. Sometimes you just have to go out there and make a tough play.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill and you still knocked it down.
Now Doc wants a timeout. His guys find themselves down double digits already in this first quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Subbing in for Los Angeles.
Picked up by the Thunder. To George. Oh, nice swat.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Oh, Russell Westbrook. 2 for 2. That's what you want. Jay, if you're Russell Westbrook, how do you take on the responsibility of getting them over the hump?
You have to own it, Ed. And that starts with owning the fact that, yes, you were the first player in the history of the game to average a triple-double back-to-back years, but that did not equate to your team being successful. Sometimes less is more. And he has to make sure that he's surrounded and allowing the players he's surrounded with to help him get to the next level.
Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 14. Knocked loose. Thunder have it. Westbrook. Deep two there. Won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
It's good. And one.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Patrick Beverly at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Missed the foul shot. Russ at the controls. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 3 for 4. Good start.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, 1 quarter down. The Thunder in command of this one. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander. To Gortat. Yes, Marcin Gortat. That's 3 now on 4 shots. Westbrook into the front court. Lead is 12. Lobs it up. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Had a chance, but it's no good. Steps around the defender and puts it in. Nicely done.
There is no recovery, Ed, in particular if the defender does not stay on balance.
Paul George. Short jumper stays out.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
To Tobias Harris. He gets it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
George. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Nerlens Noel trying to cash in on the three-point play. Not the best career mark, 62%. Can't convert the free throw. LA Clippers with the basketball. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Paul George. To Westbrook. The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. Big Russ, big shot, hits the three. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Westbrook with it. His guy's up by 15. And he's going to the free throw line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Russell Westbrook at the line for 2 shots. A career 81% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw.
Number 12, Steven Adams. Entering the game for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 30, Mike Scott.
Able to convert on both free throws. Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Here we go.
George to Adams.
In the second quarter.
It's Westbrook. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 15. Bradley to Gortat. And the rebound taken in by Adams. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Russell Westbrook at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw perfect for Westbrook, and the Thunder add on to their lead. Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. Bradley to Gortat. Beverly. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Westbrook. Able to convert inside. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate on that hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
Bradley to Tobias Harris. 4-3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook to Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Shot from the lane won't go. Desperation shot here from half court. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Thunder absolutely dominated the competition in the first half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Clippers did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Field goals.
Here's a team that might just be one or two adjustments away from what's needed to turn things around. They still have time to make up for a lackluster first half.
Player of the half.
Russell Westbrook did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly to Tobias Harris. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Westbrook across the timeline. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. To George. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George to Westbrook. Old school backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Harris to Gortat. Yes, marching Gortat. He's now 4 for 6.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Oklahoma City's got it. Screen coming. Westbrook to Paul George. Has a look. The shot by George won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you're forcing to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Westbrook to Adams. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense to Tobias Harris. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. George. Oh, he had it. Beverly to Tobias Harris. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Danilo Gallinari. Doc Rivers will play the matchup. He wants some new guys on the floor. Thunder with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Paul George. Count the bucket for two.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Russell Westbrook with the rock. Screen coming. Surveys the floor to Adams. Ferguson. From the painted area, won't go down.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air, crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Drive here, but the shot stays out. Westbrook into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. It's no good. Great defense.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Gortat. Ah, can't miss those. Cruises inside for two.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Williams. Oh, it's Westbrook to block the shot. Out of bounds. Last touch by Russell Westbrook. New blood coming in for both sides. Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocks it down off the step back.
Ooh, I like that.
He'll let one fly from half court. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way, and a nice cushion for the Thunder. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Clippers have the basketball. Gilgeous-Alexander gets it in the right corner. Bradley to Tobias Harris. Beyond the arc for three. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Tobias Harris. Gets to the basket and scores.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Hey, he been screening all day.
Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Lets it fly from long range. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
If you're the defender, you can't keep your hand outwards in the pocket of the shooter. The offensive player recognized that. He raked his arms into yours on his way up to take the shot. That's a foul every time.
Andre Robertson with a chance at a 4-point play for his career 46%. And he converts on the free throw. Bradley to Tobias Harris. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. It'll stay Clipper basketball. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Bradley, down low Gallinari. The pass set it all up.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Here's Schroeder with it. His guys holding the big lead. George. Short jumper stays out.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Beverly to Bradley. Harris. Has a chance. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Schroeder to George. Screen coming. Paul George. Down to 5 on the 24. Dennis Schroeder knocks it down and the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
Dennis Schroeder with a chance at a 4-point play for his career 82%. Three-pointer plus a free throw on that trip. Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle.
Screen coming left. Screen coming.
Harris to Bradley. LA with 4 to shoot. Deep 2 there, won't go. Schroeder, bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Fires the three. Noel with the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Harris to Gortat. Gortat rocking the rim. Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter.
Listen up, fans. Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. George.
Subbing in for the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 0, Russell Westbrook. 1 minute
To Westbrook. It's Gortat with the rebound. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Patrick Beverly has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. To Paul George. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
Westbrook to George. For 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Good victory here. It's good! It's good! At the buzzer from beyond half court. Incredible!
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder put together a nice win here today. They did plenty of great things, but we all know what's going to be remembered are the dunks. And you know what? I'm going to remember nothing but the dunks as well. Here are the guys who put up the most points. for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Clippers just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Check out the leading scores for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Steals.
The Los Angeles Clippers just did not seem engaged in this game. I don't know how else to explain their carelessness in this matchup.
Player of the game.
Russell Westbrook really impressed me with the way he redirected shots. Watching him block shots was only slightly more fun than watching how his teammates were reacting to them. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Thunder were solid in today's victory. And the way they attacked the rim was outstanding. Not only is the dunk a high percentage shot, it's also a great way to test the confidence of the defense. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Oklahoma City Thunder. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.